Hey everyone, finished watching the next episode of Power Rangers Super Megaforce, A Lions Alliance. This episode starts right up with the Rangers and the Megazord fighting Armada ships. Gosei gathers the team and tells them they have to go to Animaria.
A place called Animarium.
Zacher, what the fuck? That was your season! I don't think Megaforce or Super Megaforce had good ADR directors. At the very least, no one knew anything about what they were saying. I guess it's a minor miracle all the team names have been pronounced right so far. Anyway, Animaria doesn't even exist anymore. It's just a floating island called the Animarium now. You know, I hear rumors that Zacher hated the Disney seasons and wanted to pretend they didn't happen. If that was the case, why do an RPM crossover in Samurai? Why have references to Cam from Ninja Storm? Why almost exclusively use the Legendary mode to morph into Disney-era Rangers? And now we have our first direct reference from a Saban-era thing, and it's mispronounced. And not even the right thing. Maybe this was a George Lucas thing. Zacher always wanted the floating island of Wild Force to be called Animaria, but he just didn't have the technology to do it back then. The Rangers also mispronounced the name. Noah knows a little bit about the Animarium from Gosei's database. He is right about it once being part of the surface and later separating, so someone behind the scenes must have done some research. Maybe they read a Wikipedia article. Was this episode written by Peggy Hill?
May Lamo? Peggy Hill.
The Rangers take the sky ship to the Animarium. I'm not calling it Animaria. The whole team is morphed into Super Mega Mode for some reason. Like, yeah, I know, it's because this is a Gokaiger adaptation. I wouldn't have this problem if they didn't make it a point to keep the old suits around. Seriously, what was going on behind the scenes? The bad guys are spying and plan to get to the Animarium first. An Armada ship appears and causes the Rangers to crash. Luckily, they crash too. The Rangers fight off some surviving X-Borgs. Jake gets a quip about bug spray, and I'm wondering if the writers are aware that the show isn't doing bug-themed bad guys anymore. The Rangers split up to look for the Lion Zord. Noah, Gia, and Emma encounter more X-Borgs, and Gia suggests they become Black Rangers like Jake. I guess technically he's still a Black Ranger, whatever. Noah becomes a Dino Thunder Ranger, Gia becomes an Alien Ranger, and Emma becomes Ranger Operator Series Black. More X-Borgs, along with a new monster, General Peluso, appear, just as the Rangers all reunite. They morph into Wild Force. The Lion Zord shows up and knocks away the bad guys, but also hits the good guys too, right off the Animarium. The Rangers are powered down to their base forms, but when they see the bad guys causing trouble, they power back up to Super Mega Mode. Just get rid of the Gokaiger suits! Why didn't they just do that? Throughout all this, Noah has been sensing the Lion Zord for some reason. What connection does Noah have to Wild Force? Or Lions? Or Zords? I could understand Robo Knight having a link of some kind, since he's a robot and his Zord form is a lion. Even Troy would make more sense, since it's been established he had visions of the future. Maybe he could have had visions of the Lion Zord. The Rangers morph into Wild Force again, and we even get a unique morphing sequence. They defeat General Peluso, but of course Elvira revives him with the Maximizer. The Lion Zord approves of the Rangers and allows them to use their Wild Force keys to summon him. I think this is the only time the Rangers gain something without having Gosei give it to them. The Rangers team up with the Lion Zord to fight the bad guys, and for the first time we learn the names of the blue armored minions, Bruisers. With the Lion Zord's help, they defeat them all for good. This episode's meh. It's cool to see the Animarium and the Red Lion Zord again, but it feels hollow. The Animarium feels empty. Shouldn't there be more Zords? At the end of Wild Force, weren't there hundreds of Wild Zords revived? The Lion Zord looks good, right out of 2002, but he fits. No cameos from any actual actors. Ironic, since Samurai had Ricardo Medina as a semi-regular. This episode starts to break away from the deadweight Megaforce suits, but just can't help itself. There must be a reason those suits are sticking around, but I can't figure it out. Was it the producers, the network, Bandai? The monster of the day is Nancy Pelosi, or General Peluso. He's pretty dull, like Nancy Pelosi. The only cool thing about him is that he was voiced by the Power Rangers legend, James Galen. He's had many roles in Power Rangers, most notably he was the voice of Zeltrax in Dino Thunder and SPD, Colonel Truman in RPM, and later played Shelby's father in Dino Charge. My personal favorite role of his was the Ninja Academy teacher from the past in Ninja Storm. General Peluso, unfortunately, is probably his weakest role. The voice is standard and he doesn't have any personality or quirks. So little happens in this episode, I can't think of anything more to say. I've heard that Gokaiger originally wasn't intended to have as many cameos as it ended up with. Many past cast members only got involved to help rebuild Japan's optimism after a massive tsunami. I wonder if this episode is what Gokaiger could have turned out like if the old cast members hadn't returned. Of course, Gokaiger still had its main cast to fall back on, and they were all developed, fascinating characters. Over here, we have some mostly blank slate archetypes. They're fine, but nowhere near as well realized as the Gokaigers. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
Sus oso son como plegas.